Welcome back to Naruto episode 25 and 27, because I believe episode 26, according to the filler list of Naruto, is a filler. So I'm going to be skipping filler in this show. I don't know how, with One Piece, what I would do is I would skip the filler for reaction's sake, except for that one filler people liked, G5, the G5 arc. But generally I skip filler. And that's what I'm going to be doing here, except with One Piece, I also, for the vast majority of the filler, I did also just, watch it in my own time, and I would, sometimes come back and say, oh, by the way, I watched this filler arc, and I really liked it, or I didn't like it, or whatever, right, and I talk about it. But with Naruto, I know there's a fuck ton of filler, especially at the whole end of the original Naruto series is filler. The last 100 episodes or something, which is, or maybe not the last 100 episodes, but 100 episodes towards the end, and then maybe the last episodes are not filler. Actually, I don't know that for sure. Maybe it is literally the last 100 episodes of filler. I could just look it up on the filler list right now, but I can't be bothered. Anyway, point is, with Naruto, there's a lot of filler, as opposed to with One Piece, it was generally every once in a while you would have 5 or 6 episodes here or there of a little filler thing, and as the show went on, there was less and less filler, and then by the end of One Piece, there's basically no filler, to the point where people were I wish One Piece would do some filler. But Naruto has the opposite problem, I think, where they just chuck a whole lot of filler in there. So I'm skipping filler definitely for the reactions, but whether or not I watch some of it in my own time or all of it in my own time, I don't know. Probably not all of it. There's no way I'm gonna have time to watch all of it in my own time, but some of it, potentially, and if there's ones you think are really good that you're oh, even if you only watch this in your own time, check out this filler because I think it's really good or something, let me know. Anyway, point is, this is just a one-off filler episode 26, so I imagine it's not going to be important. So I'm going to be skipping that. I did also get told that episode 26 will be the first episode to have a new OP, and I was told it doesn't have spoilers per se, but don't look too closely, which is what I tend to do with new openings anyway, but I appreciate being told that because it really lets me know, don't start pausing on anything. I don't do that anyway, but don't stop and look and go hang on, who's that's fighting there? What's that battle going on? I try to avoid doing that as much as I can, until we get really late in the arc or whatever, and then I start to look at the visuals more. But yeah, so that's the main things that I had to cover. Also, people seem to like the little Naruto mood board that I got going on. Let me open it up, because between videos I did add 1 or 2 more things to it, I think, just to help me out a little bit. So I've got it up right now. Let me just get it up here. Okay, so here's the mood board again. The main things I added was obviously I added Konohamaru down here. There's more characters that I could add that I haven't added yet. I could add Haku and I could add Zabuza and stuff like that. I haven't been bothered yet, but I just I was in an episode, I was clicked on an episode where Konohamaru was there, and I was oh, I better screenshot him and add him to the list. But I added an important terms section. Now this shows how poor my understanding is, because this is what I think is the case. I kind of went back and looked at 1 or 2 scenes, but I'm really trying not to look up what things mean, because if it hasn't been explicitly explained in the show yet, I don't want to know. But if there's a scene where they literally say exactly what it is, then sure, tell me oh, in episode 7 they said this, because that would help me, because sometimes it's hard to find where they talked about it, but I don't need to know ahead of time, oh, just so you know, this is actually what this means according to the wiki, I don't need that. Even if I know you might even be tempted to go oh, well, they'll never explain this, so I might as well explain it to you now. Don't do that. I don't need to know stuff that they'll never explain either, because I don't want to know what they're not going to explain. So anyway, as far as I can tell, chakra is the energy that they use. It's a combination of physical the physical energy of your body and the spiritual energy that you get from training and experience is what they said in the show, I believe. Now, I put a question mark here. Ninjutsu, different special attacks. I think ninjutsu is just like, you know, if they shoot out a fireball, that's ninjutsu. It's just like the name for like the cool attack powers, I think. Taijutsu, I believe, is hand-to-hand combat. Because we know that Rock Lee is really good at taijutsu and not much else. So that's hand-to-hand combat. I think genjutsu is illusions. That's something I kept, like, because I kept hearing them talk about genjutsu, and I was trying to, like, remember exactly what it is. I think it's just, because I went back to the exam, not the exam, but, like, the first sort of test that they did. I guess it was technically an exam. When they were trying to become genin, and I believe they talked about genjutsu there when Sakura was being tricked or something. And then the different ranks, at least for the Leaf Village or whatever, is genin, chunin, jonin, Hokage. And then I also have the villages over here, and this is just based on what I had written down from episodes prior. Now, there's village hidden in the leaves, village hidden in the mist, village hidden in the clouds, village hidden in the sand, village hidden in the stone, which is fire, water, lightning, wind, earth. And then I have their top ranks: Hokage, Mizukage, Raikage, Kazekage, and Tsuchikage. Now, the thing that, like, I'm not 100% certain on is, like, there's stuff like the Sound Village that they've been talking about recently, you know? And, like, the Sound Village isn't covered here. And I've heard the Sound Village is kind of a smaller village. But then I think I also heard them mention some other village. Like, I think they mentioned, like, the Rain Village or something. And it's like, we have the village hidden in the mist, which is water, and village hidden in the clouds, which is lightning. Like, either of those could be rain. So it's like, are these, like, the major villages? But then there are more minor villages that, like, you know, they're not worth mentioning. Like, these are, like, continents, and then maybe there's little, like, states within them or something, you know? Like, if this is all Australia, then the Sound Village is like South Australia or even Melbourne. Within that, I don't know. I don't exactly know how that fully works yet. But anyway, so that's the stuff that I added to my little mood board. Anyway, I know this was a long intro for this video, but I think it's fun. I mean, we're here to talk about this show, right? I'm not just here to look at the show and go, oh, that was cool. I also want to talk about it and speculate and do that stuff. So let's jump into it. This is episode 25 of Naruto. Make sure to support the video if you can. Go to my Patreon account if you want to get 10 episodes ahead. That means we should be up to episode 37, I guess, on my Patreon account. So go check that out. And go to my Jent Watches One Piece channel to watch some One Piece with me. I think if you're watching this on YouTube, I think the One Piece anime would be back by now. So this is a good time to jump back in. I'm wearing a One Piece jumper as well, so it's great. Anyway, let's jump into this episode 25 of Naruto. Here we go. This might be the last time I ever hear this, OP. Wow. Come on! Oh, we're in the middle of the written exam. That's right. And I think that we haven't revealed question 10 yet, which is Naruto's only chance.
Listen up. Here's the 10th and final question.
Okay.
Believe it. The 10th question. All or nothing.
Okay.
But before I give you the question,
okay,
there are some more rules that you need to be aware of.
I just remembered that guy's name is Kankuro, the guy who's out in the bathroom right now. That's what she said. We heard that. There, this guy. We had heard that before.
I hope you found your trip to the bathroom enlightening. Take your seat.
Okay. You're all good. Maybe he knows, but he's like, that's a good move, so I'm not gonna punish you for it. Oh, cool. That was nice and subtle.
These rules are unique to question 10. Listen carefully.
Okay.
It's quiet without the rookies around.
I want to know.
I almost miss them.
I forgot you're a new Jonin, Kurenai. Otherwise, you wouldn't
she's
have
new?
to ask that. Interrogation. Torture.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. Well,
Oh.
He's not going to use those skills.
Physical torture during the
Okay,
test.
good,
You won't
but
need to.
he might
It's
mentally
not really
torture
his
them.
thing Everyone knows about the head of the Yambu Torture and Interrogation Corps for the Hidden Leaf Village. Hibiki
Jesus.
Morina.
Very well then. Rule number 1. Each of you is free to choose not to be given the final question.
Oh.
It's your decision.
Oh, jeez.
Let's say we decide we don't want to do it. What happens then?
If you choose not to take the 10th, you'll get a 0.
Okay, so what's the
In
point?
other words, you fail.
Is it
And
just gonna
that means, of
like
course,
be a very
both
painful
your
question?
teammates fail as well.
To fail. Of course we'll do it then.
Yeah.
Oh man, what's the
so
catch?
More rules? Enough already.
But if you take the
If you
question,
do accept the question
Uh-huh.
and answer it incorrectly,
you
you
fail,
will not only fail,
I'll torture
you
you.
will be barred from taking the tuning exam.
What? Oh my god, you're going all in.
Hey, that's bull, man. That's ridiculous. What kind of
This does
bonus
seem
rule is
bullshit.
that?
I guess you're just unlucky.
It's basically
I wasn't making the rules before. But I am now. Of
What a
course, if you
douchebag.
don't want to take it, if you're not feeling confident, then by all means skip it. You can come back and try again next year.
is the only.
Thanks a lot.
Is it a really easy
Any
question?
one of us. Forget it. That's not gonna happen. But
Okay.
on the other hand, you only get one shot.
Sakura, you don't need to
Screw up and
worry.
Never unfair. Why couldn't they just give us a normal test?
It's someone like Naruto who I feel like really needs to worry.
Now then, if you're ready,
But I think it's gonna be like a
Final
really
question.
easy question.
those who don't want to take it, raise your hand.
Oh boy.
Your number.
Oh my god. Surely some people are gonna take that
What
option.
if it's not? If I get it wrong, I'll be a Genin for the rest of my life.
Honestly, a lot of tension here.
Well, I'm okay. He's not getting me to check out.
That's what I'm
I'm
thinking.
raising my hand.
Like, Sakura, you're good.
What about, put your hand up. It's okay. Don't worry about us.
Aw.
There's always next year.
That's nice of her to
Think of
think.
yourself.
Because she knows it'll make her fail.
That's it. I'm out.
Okay.
Number 130. Number 1.
This is a really fucked up
means you're out
test. I feel like these mind games are so bad for an exam. Like,
That's it. I quit.
I'm so gone.
goddamn, how many are left? Is it just the ones I have on my mood board?
Go on, Naruto. Why don't you raise your hand?
No, there's some other extra people by the looks of it.
Naruto.
I'd be very shocked if anyone from my mood board put their hand up, other than Kabuto maybe.
My name. Somebody important.
What if you get it wrong, but you're barred from taking the test ever again because you passed it?
It would kill him to have it taken away forever.
Like, I imagine Kakashi's not allowed to take this
Stubborn to
test.
raise his hand.
He's already too high rank.
I can't let you do it to yourself, Naruto.
Oh, no! Sakura! That was really nice. Oh my god. Oh my god, Naruto, really? Is putting your hand up a key to passing? Like, what's gonna happen? Sasuke, what do you think about this? Are you pissed at him for failing you? Or do you understand?
You see,
I need to go to the bathroom. Oh,
Don't underestimate me.
Okay.
I don't quit and I don't run.
never
You
mind.
can have all you want. No way. Care if I'll still be Hokage someday.
Okay, good reasoning. Well, he's just more in love.
the kid's got guts. I'll give him that.
Okay, good.
You crazy little fool.
I like Sakura.
This
I like when
decision is
Sakura
one that
respects
could change your
Naruto.
life.
Naruto, you see how these other people are silently not putting their hand up?
That little
And you're like
boy
yelling
has
about
given
it?
The others some backbone. He's inspired them into staying.
He has. Okay, do you pass question 10?
And that's for me to tell you
Question 10, write your name.
that you've all passed the first exam.
Whoa! But what about all the work Sakura did? She like answered all the questions.
Hold on. What question.
Wait a second. So the other 9 questions you gave us were just a waste
That's
of
what
time?
I'm
Is that
saying.
what you're saying?
Well, it was about how
No,
you
not
cheated
at
and
all.
helped each other, but
Quite the to test your ability to surreptitiously gather strategic
Yeah.
intelligence under the most adverse circumstances.
so I get it.
Oh, well, that clears up everything.
Let me explain. That's why the test was scored on a team basis. So you'd know that everything you did or failed to do would directly affect your teammates.
Yeah, I figured it was something.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, right.
Aww.
First, too difficult for any Genin to be expected to solve.
Damn.
I imagine
But-
that most of you quickly came to that conclusion.
But Sakura got it.
You had any chance of passing. The fact
I
is,
imagine.
the
Maybe
test
Sakura
was
didn't get it
designed to
right.
encourage cheating. So I disguised 2 Chunin who already knew the answers
Ah.
and had them sit in with you.
Clever.
The answers were right in front of me the whole time.
That's really clever.
You had to be a complete doofus not to see it. Isn't that right, Hinata?
Incredible. Or success. There'll be times you'll have
Oh
to
my
risk your life to
god.
get it.
That looks crazy.
Mess.
Disinformation can be worse than no information at all. It can
True.
lead to the death of comrades or the loss of a village.
You can be lured
That's
into a
why I
trap.
put you-
But I'm still not getting what the 10th question thing is all about.
Sure, but explain it anyway.
A ninja has to put his life on the
goal
line.
was to test you not only as individuals, but as part of a
So you had to
squad.
put your future on the line.
There will be many missions that will seem almost suicidal if you think about it. But you do
Yeah, the
not.
sort of missions Ethan Hunt
You
would
think
be given.
only of the goal. Will never be able to call themselves Chunin, at least as long as I'm here.
I still think you're a bit of a
As for the rest
strict,
of you, you have successfully
teacher
answered the
here.
10 questions I put to you.
I think you
You
could be
have
screwing
earned
up
the
some
right to
potential
continue on to
futures.
the next step.
But it's really cool.
I hereby declare this part of the Chunin selection exam completed. There's
Awesome.
nothing left.
All right, we did it. That's one down. Yeah, yeah.
How many to go? I don't know how many parts are out of this test. Oh shit. What is that?
Is this part of the test?
What is this?
Jumped the gun as usual.
Is this like the second
Hands up,
examiner?
boys and girls, this is no
Hello.
time to be celebrating. I'll be your next proctor.
Yeah.
Go meet Arashi.
Didn't
Ready for
Anko?
the second test? Good.
I'll get the
Let's go.
subtitles up
Follow me.
and get her name. I like her so far.
You're early again.
Your test was too easy.
No, it's
You
because
must be getting
Naruto, right?
soft.
Or it could be a stronger crop of candidates this year.
Yeah, but Naruto also like inspired some to stay
don't
behind,
look
right?
it.
Naruto Uzumaki, nothing right, nothing even written.
I just passed a candidate who didn't answer a single question.
Yep.
He's a funny one, all right.
I want to see him look at Sakura's, and I want to know if she got him
Whoa,
right
nice
though,
place.
because that's
What
like her
is it?
thing. Okay.
For the second phase of the exam. It's the 44th Battle Training Zone.
Okay.
The Forest of Death.
Forest of Death.
Death?
All right. I'm ready for the Forest of Death, baby. Okay, great episode. I really liked the way that all came together in the end. If it was a real exam in real life, I would have major problems with how they ran it. But as a piece of fiction, it's fucking awesome. It's got great drama to it. Really good. So just so I can add stuff to my little mood board. We now have. I'm just making sure I can get it up properly without it being a problem. Okay. Hello? My button isn't working. There we go. So the only things I added now is I added Anko Mitarashi is her name. So I like the small amount we've seen of her so far. I should also probably make a note under this guy that he's like a torture guy, you know? Because I think that is somewhat important. So we got him from the Torture Division. We don't know anything about Anko Mitarashi yet, but so far, I mean, she arrived early. She jumps the gun. She seemed disappointed in Ibiki that there weren't as many students gone, which implies to me that that she can be a bit of a hard ass as well. And then I think the only other things I added was that I finally added Kankuro's name. I've got his name there. This girl has actually had a decent amount of focus, but I don't remember if we've seen her name ever. So I don't have her name, and I wrote that she's a new Jonin, but that's basically all that's new in here. So anyway, like, I think if I was really taking this exam, I would take exception to this way of running the exam. I would be like, this, like, I feel like it's, I don't know, like, I feel I get the concepts behind everything you're saying, but I think, like, your exam should be, like, this exam will probably cut out people who genuinely, I think, could be excellent ninja, but they have a different way of thinking. Like, if your way of thinking was something along the lines of, I'm getting out a back scratcher because I have a heavy itch on my back. If your way of thinking was something along the lines of, like, the okay, so the exam, I can either fail now definitely, or risk failing and never be able to do it again. My line of thinking might be, look, if I fail now, then in future years, it's possible Ibiki Marino will not be proctoring the tests again. And him proctoring the test is what the issue is right now. So I'm actually, like, basically, and, like, the only disadvantage is one more year or one more half year without doing the test, right? Without being so you're delaying your future for a half year. But if that's a sacrifice you're willing to make, I don't think that's a problem. I don't think that's, like, I don't think that means you're not a good ninja, because, like, basically, it's like, to me, it's like if there was a mission and it's like, oh, we need to gather this information. Now we could either do it tonight, which is a big risk and might get dozens of ninja killed in the mission, or we can do it in a week, and in a week's time, we won't get the full benefit out of, you know, the item that we need to get, but doing it in a week's time will basically have it much less likely that there'll be casualties. Like, maybe, you know, maybe 1 or 2 ninja will die as opposed to dozens of them, right? That's what it's like to me, where it's like you're kicking the can down the road a bit. You're gonna have disadvantages from kicking the can down the road, but it doesn't necessarily mean whatever. But you could argue that because, like, that is still the case. They haven't. It isn't like the people who chose to leave the exam are barred from doing the exam again. So because of that, they could just do the exam in 6 months' time and prove themselves and become Chunin then. So I guess in that regard, it is actually fine, because the exam isn't really punishing those people who think differently. It's just rewarding the people who think the way that Ibiki Marino wants them to think. So, you know, I see the reasoning behind it. And again, as a piece of fiction, it's great. And so that's really all that matters, is, like, is it more entertaining for the show? Yes, it is more entertaining for the show. It created an awesome situation that I thought was very fun. So much so that I actually have lower expectations for the rest of the exam, because I think we've peaked. I think, like, we're going into, like, the Forest of Death or whatever. I'm not really that interested in the Forest of Death anymore. I really liked the written portion of the exam. So I don't know what else I want from this exam overall. But yeah, that was really fun. I liked watching that play out. I also liked, you know, I know I talk about Sakura more than you'd expect someone to talk about Sakura, considering how little she's had an effect on the plot. But like, it's fine because there's characters that I want to lean into liking more just because I like the idea of them, or I like their design or whatever. And Sakura, I like her design, I like her voice actor, and I like the idea of liking this character. So I'm gonna be more interested in her character because of that. I like that there was some actual like nice character moments here where she was actually just gonna take the hit on, like, she wasn't gonna surrender the exam because she was scared she was gonna fail. Like they made sure to solidify that to us right away. Like, she was like, I can do this, I'm gonna pass this thing. But what they did do is have her almost sacrifice it because of Naruto, because then at least if she gets them failed in the exam, he's not going to bar himself from ever being able to take the Chunin exam again. So she was actually doing that for Naruto, which I think was nice. Like, this episode was like the nicest that Sakura's ever been to Naruto. So I thought that was nice. I also, with Hinata, like, we keep having her, give longing looks towards Naruto and whatever. And I feel like sad about that because I feel like she has no chance in, like, I mean, I would want her to have a chance with Naruto, but I think just from like a fiction writing perspective, I don't think you'd have Naruto and Hina like have their romance thing. I think if any romance happened, it would be Naruto and Sakura. I think Sasuke is not going to be part of a romance. As much as you might go, oh, maybe then Ino is going to be with Sasuke. No, I think no one's going to be with Sasuke. I think Sasuke is going to be on his own. But yeah, so like, I think if any relationship would happen, it would be like a Naruto-Sakura relationship, which would mean Hinata's just left in the dust. But I don't want to see Hinata, who's so sweet, be left in the dust in this series. I adjusted from saying I didn't want to see her be cucked, but I just said it out loud anyway, so I maybe should have just stuck to it. Anyway, so I don't want to see that from Hinata because I like her and I think she seems very sweet, and I'm just nervous for her. But like, maybe, I don't know, maybe it would happen. Maybe Naruto and Hinata would end up together at some point. Don't spoil it for me. Don't even like scoff at any ideas. Like, how could you even think that Naruto would end up with blah blah blah? Don't. If you had that half typed in the comment section, think about what your life is. Think about the sort of person you are, because like, you're absolutely ruining people's experiences left and right in your life. So make a change. Anything else that I want to talk about? Oh, I like the idea that there were like fake Chunin in the test. I mean, well, real Chunin, fake Genin in the test. Basically, disguising themselves and taking the test so that others had, like, that the real answers were around there somewhere. So that people could copy off of someone. I think that is, I think that's kind of cool. Because otherwise, it really is like, if you gave us questions we didn't have a chance to answer, like, what are we supposed to cheat off of? But they gave them answers to cheat off of. I think that's really clever. But yeah, anyway, I think we're going to move along now to episode 27. We're skipping 26, moving right along to episode 27 of Naruto. Here we go. Okay, new OP, baby. Oh my god, already had a cool visual style. This sounds mildly familiar. I know I've heard it once before, obviously, because I did an OP reaction, but why is Sakura standing so separate from them? Okay, don't look too closely, but this is a cool introduction to the characters. Oh, I liked that. Ah! Oh, cool. I kind of remember this OP. Like, I feel like I remember thinking this OP was really cool. I mean, it's so raw. The vocals are so raw. Oh, that's so sick. That's awesome. Good OP. Like, why is Sakura standing so far from them? It's like they did it in a way that you could tear out Sakura off the picture easily.
Nicely done. A lot of determination on this exam.
Okay.
It wasn't an
Recap Rubik's. If you're new to this channel, this is a
Just one
recap
more thing.
Rubik's Cube. It's a Rubik's Cube that I do while the recap is going on, and my goal is to beat the recap.
Congratulate.
Believe it, I passed!
Believe it, believe it!
Yeah, woo, woo, woo.
To think that someone's interesting, kid.
And that's a cube complete. Oh my god. Is this test gonna be like surviving against animals or whatever? I don't want to see that.
The training forest of death.
If they're just like fighting snakes and shit.
And soon enough, you're gonna find out why.
They call it the forest of death. Soon enough, you're gonna find out why.
It's like the
Do your
SpongeBob
worst, you're
meme.
not gonna
Looks like we've got ourselves a tough guy.
Yeah, she's not happy about it. What the fuck?
You tough enough
is
to
that?
handle this?
Oh.
Just returning your knife.
What the fuck?
Thank you, Grass Ninja.
Grass Ninja? Who the fuck are you?
At your end.
I
My
hate
pardon. I'm afraid that I just became a little excited.
I hate
I
you.
meant you no harm.
This forest was creepy, but these guys are even creepier.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could do that with my tongue.
No, don't learn to do that.
Seems
It's
like
horrible.
everyone here today is quick-tempered. There must be something in the air.
I feel like Froppy is the only person who can do that in a
This
cute
is gonna
way.
be
Quick temper? Sheesh! You're the one who threw the kunai at me.
Before the test, all of you are going to have to read over this form and then sign.
Oh, it's so long.
Now, I'll explain what you'll be doing on this test. Here, pass these out. The first thing you need
Oh,
to know is that
it's
this
one
test will tax
sheet
every
each.
one of your survival
Right.
skills.
Okay, that's not too bad. It's just one page.
Drag.
I kind of agree. Survival is a bit of a drag.
First, the 44th Battle Training Zone has 44 locked entrance gates. There
Okay.
are rivers located 10 kilometers from each gate.
Okay.
It's in this to get your hands on these scrolls.
Both
Okay.
of them?
Yes,
To a white
you'll
and a
be
black
fighting
scroll.
to get both and an Earth Scroll.
Heaven and Earth.
Oh, and the other half will be trying to get the Earth Scroll.
Okay.
And that's what you'll be vying for.
Okay, alright. This might be
Okay.
interesting then.
Your entire squad must bring both a Heaven and Earth
Yeah,
Scroll
your
to the
own
tower.
scroll and the one that you
That
take from
means
someone
at
else's
the very
team.
best, more if not every team is able to get both the scrolls.
Yeah.
The test has a time limit. You must finish it within 5 days.
5 days. Okay.
What are we supposed to do for food?
Just look around.
There's
The
animals
forest
and
is
shit.
full of things to eat.
Oh man!
Quiet down. This
Yeah.
is why they call it survival, you know.
Choji.
That means
Can Choji bring his
with
chips?
these circumstances and less time to recover, it is a challenge indeed.
There won't be time to rest. We'll have to keep a constant watch.
Oh,
Right.
awful.
Let's say mid-exam. Can we quit?
Of course not. In the middle of a battle,
I
you
wonder
can't
if the
say,
rookies are
"Sorry,
gonna
I
be
quit." Well, I
targeted.
guess you could, but it's... If all 3 members of a team can't make it to the tower with both scrolls after 5 days. Number 2,
So if someone
a
dies-
team loses a member or if a member becomes incapacitated
Okay,
and
so
cannot
if someone
continue.
dies.
Absolutely none of you may look at the contents of the scrolls until you've reached the tower.
Oh, okay.
What if it?
You don't want to know.
Okay.
There are times when a
Interesting.
ninja
Why
will be
even
asked
have
to
that?
carry secret documents. The scroll rule
Okay.
is to test your integrity.
Fair enough.
Okay, we're done. After that, each team pick a gate and you'll be let inside.
All right, this sounds interesting. This sounds better than I thought it was gonna be.
Oh, and I have
like
one
it.
more word of advice. Just don't die.
Yeah, I feel like the 9 rookies are gonna be targeted because they're rookies, you know? And the others are gonna be like, they're gonna be weaker than the others. Let's take them out and get their scroll. But you also have to do information gathering to figure out which team has a heaven scroll and which team has an earth.
We won't know which team has which scroll.
That's what I'm
and we
saying,
won't know which of the
Sasuke.
team members is carrying the scroll.
I see a lot of
Everyone
potential
is
to this
equally
exam.
determined to pass.
Well, if it isn't the little future failure.
Ino and Sakura.
What's up? Your big forehead alone should have gotten you tossed. So
Bitch,
sad.
you took over my
You're
body
jealous that I'm
last
spending
test.
5 days, and it's clearly turning you into someone very petty and ugly.
Yeah,
And you, billboard brow, ugly. Billboard forehead, ugly. Billboard forehead,
You know, it seems like she has a pretty big forehead from that angle.
Huh? What are you doing all the way out here?
Hey, Hinata.
That's Hinata. Weird as always.
You fucking idiot, Naruto.
Your cut, miss.
Well, anyway, see you later.
No! Oh, poor girl.
Keep it for later then.
So she has some sort of healing,
All right, everyone.
thing.
I wonder if any of them will survive this.
Any of them? Bitch! It'd be a bad exam if they all died in it.
We are so gonna win this.
Okay, so we have the Heaven Scroll.
When the gates open, the test is on!
So we need to find who has the Earth Scroll. We're starting at gate 16? Oh no, Hinata. Hinata's squad is...
Do Naruto first.
Check. Chips, check.
He can bring food.
Good.
I was making a joke because I thought you couldn't bring food.
Yeah, that's right.
The time has come to carry out our orders in the open.
You carry out your orders? What orders?
We'll target the rookies. They're easy prey.
I hate you,
We'll get
motherfuckers.
that scroll from them in no time.
The second part of the test has begun!
Alright, here we fucking go.
Yeah, those three brats.
Oh, they're coming for us. Oh, the music with the shamisen.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
First thing we
Ooh. Byakugan?
take it easy, lead. The test's only just begun.
Byakugan.
We have only one target. Stay focused on it.
Oh my god, are we just gonna be surrounded by enemies?
Are you kidding? What are you doing?
He's already opening.
I mean, I gotta keep my strength up.
We're a few minutes in.
We haven't even been out here 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You guys, quick, hide.
Okay. Who's here? Who's coming?
I say we lay a trap near it and just take the scrolls off whoever
Is
we
that
catch.
Kyle Herbert's
Well,
voice
well.
actor? As the voice
We
actor
got
here?
company.
But they're all such lame ninja that they can't even pinpoint our location.
Hey, what's wrong? What's in your shirt?
What the? Is it a snake? It's probably a fucking. Oh!
Thing!
Oh! Oh! It's like weird leeches. Oh, is this? Oh, this is him?
Wow, it
Shino?
looks like the leeches found
What's his
them.
name?
They and then in a group they swoop down on their prey.
That's
If
awful.
they suck your blood for 5 minutes, it's all over.
That's awful. Yeah, because he can control like
These
bugs
predators
and
are
stuff.
smart. We've
Sounds like the fun has begun.
Jesus.
Excuse me a second. I really gotta, you know.
What? Well, you gotta let him.
What is this in front of me? You don't find a bush or something.
What? He's doing it again. What the fuck? Just look away, bitch.
I wrote my whole name.
You are such a pig. You really just know that.
Oh. What's
Sasuke,
happening?
It wasn't that bad. Don't you think you're going?
Is he being controlled by Ino? I'm gonna guess he's being controlled by Ino. Oh, Jesus.
I just struck before you could.
Sasuke, no!
All right then.
Oh!
Sasuke.
I feel like if it was
what are you doing?
Sasuke, would the battle even be this close? Oh, what?
Talk.
Or is
What
it?
have you
It's
done with
a
Naruto?
oh, it's a fake Naruto. He just knew.
What do you mean I am?
I'm
Naruto?
stupid. I
Where's
fell
the
for
cut
it.
on your cheek?
Aha!
Naruto got a cut on his face before this test.
Very
You also
clever.
have your shuriken holster on your left, but the real Naruto is right-handed. Your
Aha!
transformation skill is worse than Naruto's.
Oh, who the fuck?
You got. I'm still gonna take your scroll. Now hand it over, or else.
Is that the Rain Village people?
Which one of you has it?
Man, I was fooled. I thought Sasuke was the one that was being controlled. But that makes so much sense. He went into the
I'll just
forest.
have to take you.
Also, wasn't Naruto the one to have the scroll, or no? Maybe not. Oh, new ED. I remember this one when I did the ED reaction. It's so creepy, but kinda addictive. This is ridiculous. It's like really unsettling for some reason. Like you could put this in a horror movie and it would fit really nicely. That's a fucking ridiculous ED. That's so crazy. I mean, I like it weirdly enough, but it's so strange. It's one of the weirder EPs I feel like I've seen in a while. But yeah, anyway, very cool. I liked that a lot. So I mean, while I talk, I'm gonna start taking some screenshots of some of these characters that we're coming across, because we're gonna be putting new things onto my mood board. But this is cool. So when we first, and forgive me if I'm looking down while I'm talking here, but like when they first started going over this stuff, I thought that I would not care about this exam, because I thought it was purely gonna be like survive in this forest, you know, like there's nothing else to it but like survive in this forest, and like, you know, Demon Slayer did that, right? I think, where it was just like you have to survive in this forest for however many days, and it's a very dangerous forest. And I wasn't a fan of that as much, you know. I just don't think that's super interesting. But now that we found out what it actually is, and it's actually a game to like get these scrolls off of people and stuff, like I think that's fun. I think that's a fun type of exam to do, because we're, you know, putting these ninja up against each other, so we're gonna get to see how like different combinations of ninja like match up against one another. So I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. Man, I'm definitely gonna get a picture of that creepy ass grass ninja motherfucker that I hate. I hate. Oh my gosh, man! Like this image right here. Oh, that's awful. I think that's the image that I'm gonna use for this character. That is just a horrible thing to look at. But yeah, so I hate these grass ninja. They're so creepy. Have we seen them yet up until this point? Like, if you go into the written exam part, do they ever like cut to them doing anything? Because it feels like they just came out of nowhere-ish. Like, they might have been in the scene with the big hallway, where we're like first meeting all the characters. Like, we do see quite a lot of designs in that section. So like, I could see if they'd showed them there, but yeah, like I don't remember seeing those guys in the exam at all. But yeah, regardless, awful. So one thing that I'm wondering about, and I mean, again, this question doesn't necessarily need to be answered right now, but I do need to think it aloud, is if we are talking about these three creepy characters, I've written here Grass Village ? Just because Unko, that's her name, right? Unko? Yeah, Unko called the creepy tongue one a grass ninja. So it made me think, and like they've got this symbol on their hats, right? Which looks like grass, which is different from the leaf image. So this is like the village hidden in the leaves. But there's no, as far as we know, village hidden in the grass or whatever. So like this is, you know, that's obviously a different symbol. And then I believe this guy who we just met has got to be like, I think you're supposed to be the rain. You're supposed to be like ones from the rain, I think, because you're from sound and you have the music note. That's the easiest one to figure out. You guys are from the sand and you have that image. So I mean, it's good that the characters all have a thing signifying what village they're from. It does help a lot, but at the same time, like, yeah, I think these ones were the rain ones. yeah, these guys I believe will be grass ninja. But yeah, so very creepy. Now I feel like, you know, there's a lot of people who are going to be targeting us, but also, you know, some of them, we saw some random ninja who were targeting Shino and his group. Right? I'm just checking. Yeah, Shino, Hinata, and Kiba. We saw like a group of ninja that were targeting them specifically. And so I feel like we're not going to be the only ones ganged up on, but I would understand if it was like, yeah, gang up on the rookies. Like, that just feels like a strategy a lot of people would take. So I think all of them are going to be in danger. But yeah, I got tricked, because like when Sasuke attacked Naruto, I didn't even think about the fact that Naruto had just gone to piss in the forest, and had gone out of their sight, which is Sakura's fault. She, like, if he's, like, you're just trying to survive, you can handle a guy pissing against a tree near you. Just like put up with it for a bit, and you don't have to watch him. Like, I would get it if like Naruto was facing her and it was like, all right, time to take my dick out. Like, then I would be like, dude, turn around, point at the tree, and don't. But like, for her to say like, no, you need to go deep into the forest and then come back, like, that's unreasonable right now. Just put up with a tiny bit of grossness. You'll hear him pee for a bit. It's fine, you know? Especially if it's just pissing. If it was shitting, I would understand a little bit more, where it's like, I don't want you to be standing next to me while you do that. I would understand a bit more. But even then, you know, at this point, beggars can't be choosers. You probably need to stay within sight of each other. Because otherwise this shit happens, where a random dude comes in and pretends to be Naruto. But yeah, I wasn't as attentive as Sasuke. I didn't notice the scar wasn't there, but that's because I was trying to look for differences in Sasuke, because I thought that someone had taken over Sasuke. And then I immediately thought, well, Ino did it, because Ino has like that weird mind transfer thing, or like where she jumps into people's bodies, but then that didn't happen. And also, like, would she do it to Sasuke? Like, she loves Sasuke. Like, you know, maybe she would be like, well, I'm not going to take over his body. I like him. Like, I wouldn't want to, like, risk hurting his body or something like that, you know? I don't know. Yeah, anyway, cool battle. Is there anything else I want to talk about? Hinata has some sort of, like, healing balm or something, which I wouldn't bring up except for the fact that they really like focused on her going like, I guess I'll keep this for later. Like, that makes me think that there's gonna be a reason that they did that, you know, that that's gonna come in handy later. Also the whole like, don't look at the scrolls thing, that's gotta come in later, right? Like, it's a cool idea, and it, even if it doesn't come back later, it does have a purpose. Like, the idea of like, you're sometimes carrying secret intel, you need to not look at it. So like, that's a good reason for that rule to be in place. But I do wonder if, like, on top of there being like that fun, you know, reason, if there's gonna be something where someone does look at the scroll for one reason or another. I don't know. I got no idea. Could you just disqualify someone by opening your scroll and putting it in front of their face? So you don't look at it, but they do. You're like, sorry, you've looked at the secret information. You're disqualified. That would be crazy. Anyway. We also saw that Hinata was using Byakugan, which I don't think we know what it is. But maybe I should write it down. Maybe I should write down, because I have, like, some of the people have their jutsu under them. I'm going to put under Hinata Byakugan, even though I don't know what it is. Byakugan. So maybe I'll find out what that is in the future. Or, like, if someone, like, mentions, like, oh, it's like the Byakugan technique, I can be like, I know what that is, because... Oh, you know what? Is that the technique that, could it be the technique that, Neji did back in the, when he did the written exam? Let me see if I can find that part of the episode. Because, in fact, if I discover what technique he used, then we're in business, dude. Like, then I'm actually, then I'm a genius. So let me go back. And also then my mood board's already helping me because I was reminded of it because when I went to add that to Hinata, I saw the can see through people on her brother. I still don't know what their relation is. I don't think they've mentioned it. But anyway, where in this episode did that happen? I need to find the bit where Neji unleashes that technique. I found basically the part of the episode where they start using their techniques, but I haven't found the specific. But like also Byakugan sounds familiar, but also like maybe I'm just saying that because it sounds like a fusion of Byakuya, Bakugo, and Bakugan. Because I know all of those things. Byakuya, character from Danganronpa. Bakugo, character from My Hero Academia. Bakugan, anime where you roll marbles onto a card and then the card summons a monster or whatever. Oh, is this it? Let's see. Hang on. I found the bit. Does he say anything? Okay, Sakura uses her thing. Byakugan! He said Byakugan! Okay. Okay, so I think I've now discovered... This is like a puzzle game. So I think now I've discovered that Byakugan is being able to see through people, I guess. Like, if I think this is the same thing. So that's good to know. That's very important to know, I think, because now I might have discovered what their technique is, what their family. What's it called? Oh, that's something I should add. Is it like Kekai Genken or something? Because this is a important term to have as well. So I think it's like Kekai Genken or something like that, where it's like family past. Oh no, it's like bloodline. That's specifically like the terms they use, right? Bloodline techniques or something. But I'll have to like go back through my notes and find out the terminology that they used. But you can see I'm trying to do this properly. Like I'm trying to find out these. I'm trying to see if I can like piece together any little bits that I can from any of these Kekai Genkai. So it's like I think it's like Kekkei Genkai. I think it's like that. And it's called, yeah, bloodline technique is what they call it. So I think that's right. Kekkei Genkai is bloodline techniques. So I think Byakugan is probably their family's Kekkei Genkai. Kekkei Genkai. I'm trying. I feel like you're not going to see too many other YouTubers do this for something like this. So anyway, that's Naruto. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. We're 10 episodes ahead on Patreon, so go check that out. Early access, exclusive videos. Check out my Gent Watches One Piece channel. That's it. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.